Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk English with Emma and Noah. I am Emma.
And I am Noah. Hi, friends. Welcome to day 3 of our daily series.
We've talked about routines and mornings so far.
Yes, and today we will talk about something very close to our hearts.
Family.
Yes, family, one of the most natural topics in any language.
It really is. Almost every conversation eventually talks about family.
True, so today we will learn simple English to talk about your family.
Let's start easy. Noah, how many people are in your family?
There are 4 of us, my parents, my younger sister, and me.
That's a nice-sized family.
Yes, I think so too. What about you, Emma?
There are 5 of us, my parents, my older brother, my younger brother, and me.
Oh, you're in the middle then.
Haha, exactly, right in the middle.
That's a common phrase, by the way. I'm the middle child.
Yes, or I'm the oldest, or I'm the youngest.
Good vocabulary. I'm the older sibling in my family.
That means you have a younger sister, right?
Exactly. She's quite a bit younger than me.
That's nice. Do you get along well with her?
We do. Get along with means having a friendly, easy relationship with someone.
Right. For example, I get along well with my sister.
Or do you get along with your brothers?
I do, especially with my older brother. We're very close.
That's lovely. What about your younger brother?
We get along too, but we also argue sometimes. Typical siblings.
That sounds very normal. Siblings always have some fights.
True, but we always make up quickly.
That's good. Now let's talk about parents. What do your parents do?
My mother is a teacher and my father works in a bank.
That's interesting. My mother works from home and my father is a doctor.
Oh, a doctor. That must be a busy job.
It really is. He works long hours sometimes.
That must be hard for the family schedule.
It is, but we make it work. We try to have dinner together whenever possible.
That's important. Family meals really bring people together.
I completely agree. Even busy families try to find that time.
True. Now, let's talk about grandparents. Do you see yours often?
Not as often as I would like. They live in another city.
That's common these days. Families are often spread out.
True, but we call them every week.
That's a nice habit. You can say, I keep in touch with my grandparents.
Keep in touch means staying connected even when you're far away.
Right. For example, I keep in touch with my family through video calls.
Or even abroad, she keeps in touch with her parents every day.
Great examples. Do your grandparents visit sometimes?
Yes, usually during holidays or special occasions.
That sounds nice. Big family gatherings can be so much fun.
They really are, even though they can be a little chaotic too.
True, especially with many people in one house.
Exactly. Lots of noise, lots of food, lots of laughter.
That sounds like the perfect description of a family gathering.
It really is. Tell me, Emra, what's your favorite family memory?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's our yearly trip to my grandmother's village.
That sounds special. What happens there?
The whole family comes together. Cousins, aunts, uncles, everyone.
That sounds like a big celebration.
It really is. We cook together, eat together, and just talk for hours.
That sounds beautiful. Family time like that is priceless.
It really is. What about you? Any favorite family memory?
I think it's our weekend lunches. Nothing too special, just us together.
That's lovely too. Sometimes the simple moments matter the most.
Exactly. Now let's talk about something else. Family traits.
Oh, this is fun. Do you look like anyone in your family?
Actually, yes. People say I look like my father.
That's common. You can say, I take after my father.
Take after means looking like or behaving like an older family member.
Right. For example, I take after my mother in cooking.
Or she takes after her grandmother. Both are very patient.
Great examples. Do you take after anyone in personality?
I think I take after my mother. We're both very calm.
That's nice. I think I take after my father. We're both quite talkative.
That explains a lot, Emma.
Very true. Now, let's talk about something deeper, family values.
Oh, this is an important topic.
Yes. What values did your family teach you?
Honesty, mostly. My parents always said, always tell the truth.
That's a wonderful value. My family always taught me to respect elders.
That's beautiful, too. Family really shapes who we become.
It really does. Even small lessons from childhood stay with us forever.
True. Sometimes we don't realize it until we grow up.
Exactly. Now I find myself repeating the same advice to younger cousins.
That's how traditions continue, generation after generation.
It really is. Family is such a powerful influence on our lives.
Completely agree. Even people we admire are often family members.
True. You can say, I look up to my older brother.
Look up to means admiring someone, wanting to be like them.
Right. For example, I look up to my mother for her strength.
Or many children look up to their parents.
Do you look up to anyone in your family, Noah?
Yes, definitely my father. He works hard, but he's always kind.
That's a wonderful thing to admire.
Thank you. What about you?
I look up to my grandmother. She's faced many challenges, but she's always positive.
That's beautiful, Emma. Strong women in our families teach us so much.
They really do. Noah, does your family have any special traditions?
Yes, every Sunday evening we have a family game night.
Oh, that sounds fun. What games do you play?
Simple card games mostly, sometimes board games too.
That's such a nice weekly tradition.
It really is. Even my busy father makes time for it.
That shows how much he values family time. What about big festivals? Do you celebrate any together?
Yes, definitely. Every year the whole family gathers at my grandparents' house.
That sounds wonderful. What happens during it?
We cook traditional food together and the children get small gifts.
That's such a beautiful tradition.
It really is. Even cousins who live far away try to come back for it.
That shows how important the tradition is to everyone.
Exactly. Small traditions like this keep families connected.
I completely agree. Traditions give families something to look forward to.
True. They also create memories that last a lifetime.
Beautifully said. I think years from now, we'll still remember these simple moments.
Exactly. Sometimes the smallest traditions become the most meaningful ones.
Before we continue, if you're enjoying this episode, please like this video and subscribe to Talk English with Emma and Noah.
Yes, and remember, this is a daily series, so there's a new episode every single day this month.
Exactly. Now, let's talk a little about close families versus busy modern families.
Oh, that's an interesting comparison.
Yes, in the past, many families lived together. Grandparents, parents, children, all in one house.
True. That's often called a close-knit family.
Yes, close-knit means very connected, very united.
For example, we come from a close-knit family.
Or close-knit families often support each other through everything.
Beautiful phrase. But nowadays, many families live separately, right?
True. People move to different cities for work or studies.
That changes things a lot. Families become smaller in daily life.
Exactly. But technology helps a lot, doesn't it?
It really does. Video calls, messages, photos, they keep families connected.
True. Even far away, family can still feel close.
That's such a hopeful thought. Distance doesn't have to mean disconnection.
Exactly. As long as people try to spend quality time, even briefly.
Spend quality time is a lovely phrase. It means spending meaningful time together, not just being in the same place.
Right. For example, we try to spend quality time together every weekend.
Or even a short video call can be quality time with family.
Beautiful way to look at it. Family isn't only about being physically close.
It's about effort, love, and connection.
Perfectly said. Okay, now let's move to our special vocabulary section.
Yes, it is time for the word garden.
This is where we slowly practice today's most useful phrases.
Let's start with our first phrase, get along with.
Get along with.
Get along with.
This means having a friendly, easy relationship with someone.
For example, I get along well with my siblings.
Or, do you get along with your neighbors?
Great. Our next phrase is keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
This means staying connected even from far away.
For example, I keep in touch with my cousins online.
Or, let's keep in touch after the trip.
Perfect. Our third phrase is take after.
Take after.
Take after.
This means looking like or behaving like an older family member.
For example, he takes after his father.
Or, I take after my mother in personality.
Excellent. Our fourth phrase is look up to.
Look up to.
Look up to.
This means admiring someone, wanting to be like them.
For example, I look up to my older sister.
Or, children often look up to their parents.
Wonderful. Our next phrase is close-knit.
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 This describes a family that is very connected and united.
For example, we have a close-knit family.
Or, close-knit families support each other through hard times.
Lovely. Our final phrase today is spend quality time.
Spend quality time.
Spend quality time.
This means spending meaningful time together, not just being nearby.
For example, we spend quality time together on weekends.
Or, even a short call can be quality time.
Now, let's put all these phrases into one full family story.
Listen first. My family is close-knit. I get along with my siblings and I take after my father. I look up to my grandmother, and even though we live far apart, we always keep in touch and try to spend quality time together.
Beautifully done. Let's say it slowly together.
My family is close-knit.
I get along with my siblings.
I take after my father.
I look up to my grandmother.
Even though we live far apart, we keep in touch.
And we try to spend quality time together.
Wonderful practice, everyone.
Now it's your turn. Try describing your own family using today's phrases.
You can write about your family in the comments below.
For example, start with my family is and continue from there.
There is no wrong answer. Just try and your English will improve.
That is the real secret. Practice a little every single day.
I completely agree. Now, before we finish, let's review today's key phrases.
Get along with.
Keep in touch.
Take after.
Look up to.
Close-knit.
Spend quality time.
These 6 phrases can help you talk about almost any family.
True. And remember, every family is different and every story is special.
So friends, tell us in the comments how many people are in your family.
Keep your answers simple. Practice is more important than perfection.
If this episode helped you, please like this video.
And subscribe to Talk English with Emma and Noah, because tomorrow brings day 4 of our series.
Yes, many more episodes are coming, every single day.
So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications.
Today's conversation made me feel grateful for my family, Emma.
Same here, Noah. Family really is one of life's greatest gifts.
Beautifully said. Thank you everyone for listening and learning with us today.
Keep speaking a little English every single day.
See you tomorrow for day 4 of our series.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.